I'd like to do a quick tutorial on converting the interior lights to LED. You can see that those are now LED. That one there is as well. That one I'm gonna have to change. It keeps flickering off and on. Anyways, in the front, you don't have to do anything special here. Just stick a flat blade screwdriver or a knife in the side here, pop that panel out this side as well. It's all one piece, so you just pull it straight out of there. The lights that are up here, as well as the corner lights or the map lights for the passenger, are these. These don't have any specific number on them. I bought them from a China company. These are Cobb style lights. I do have the factory. Come here. This is a factory style light. It is a I don't know. Can't see the number on them, but maybe someone can. 28L. Forgive my hands. I've been beating them to death. They're tiny. I mean, in comparison to a turn signal bulb, they're tiny. These are directional, so if you put an LED in and it doesn't work, take it out, flip it over, it'll work. Put this back in with the narrow side. Sorry, this is the thick side facing the front. In the back, you do the same thing pretty much. You stick a screwdriver or a knife in on one side, do the same with the other, pop the whole light out. It has one side on it that has one tab, the other side on it has two tabs. Pop the outer cover off on the side that has one tab. Change that bulb out, it is directional as well. So you want to make sure to have the light powered up when you go to plug it in. These in the door, I'm not doing these right now simply because I don't want to run the chance of breaking my glass. These are very dim, very dingy. So the walkthrough, to be able to do these, fold the light forward, or the mirror forward, get a pry bar, oh my goodness, could you imagine? Get a pry stick up under here, plastic, pop the bottom of it out, work your hands around, still prying at the same time. It has a little sleeve that it goes onto pretty much, and then this mirror is heated, so there is a plug inside of there. Now the back one, I have not done it yet, but I need to. The shocks are going bad on this. I have them on order. They're taking their sweet precious time coming in. This light I'm not entirely sure has ever worked, but I do have a fix for it. It's called another bulb. Well, after I get something to pop the panel off with. Oh, knocked out by the door. Let's see if I can get you in a spot where you can see what I'm doing. You know, it'd probably almost be better just to grab the edges and pull the light down with the plastic, being careful not to break the plastic, but putting enough pressure on it to where it actually come out of there. Okay, so this light, it'd be easier doing it from the back side, I believe. I was also prying from the wrong side of it, so. Anyways, that side here is the one that comes out. This is the side that is on this section of the light instead of this section of the light where I was actually prying at. So let me grab 1 second. You're going to be seeing some drill bits for just a second. I'm going to pop this light out. Okay, so what I did here, I used the knife. I pushed in this. The spring tension on this is insane. And you push the spring in, push the light out, it'll fall out. And this is one of the cheesy bulbs. I'm really hoping that I put it in right the first time, because these LEDs usually don't last. Having to take them out and put them back in 30 times. Alright, let's see if I can get you propped up here. So it looks like it comes out from this end here. Actually, I'm fairly certain that it comes out from that end, although I'm not entirely sure how. This is my first light conversion on a Porsche. I would assume that it just pops right out. And there's one side. There's the other side. Now, instead of taking it all the way out, I think it would be easiest to close this back up, get the needly noses out, reach in here, and let's see which direction we need to go with this. Probably from this side. Pull it out. This bulb is too small for me to read. K56 18. It's N4K 12 volt 10 watt. I don't know. These lights are only on one side, so it would probably be best to have the light put in facing back towards the reflector here. That way I can bounce the light back and be extra bright. Well, it's a little short. Bend the tabs. Put the light back in. Oh, come on now. Playing with my emotions. I pulled it out from the wrong end. So just for the record, these are pivot points. This is where it comes out. Let's see if I can get these back in there to where they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. Alright, I believe we're in business. Alright, there it is, back together. The lights are facing the reflector. So, let this... start this thing up. I don't want to run the chance of killing the battery. This thing's been having issues. Okay, now that light's on. This light's not. That light is. Aha, there you are. Okay, back to the back. Now, before putting it back together, we'll plug it in. Seems to not be very bright, so I'm going to flip that over. Sorry, roll it over. Voila. It's not brighter facing the reflector. That's usually the opposite way around. It's usually brighter facing the reflector. And make sure to put the light back in right when you go to put it back together. You definitely don't want, definitely don't want it to go in the wrong way. So this is the curved end. This is the end that faces the front of the vehicle. So you want this portion of the light to go to that side. There is also a cutout where it should slide into. There's the cutout there. And if you've marked it up any, you're already going to see where your marks down here are. Make sure to look at the tabs when you're going to put it back together, because these things are aggravating and they will come out. Hence, I got one in there that I have to pluck out of there. I have a couple more videos on this in the next few days or so. Once my shocks come in for the back hatch itself. The window comes up perfectly fine, and then the back hatch comes up perfectly fine when the window is up. But when they're both joined together, the window or the back hatch just falls down. So I'm going to have a video replacing those shocks. I didn't do a video on any of the other work that I've done to this, but I replaced all of the lights inside of here with LED, and I think I'm going back to incandescent lights. I have a fast flash. These are the, well, let me just show you what kind of bulbs they look like on the base. The lights are completely different, so they're these styles. So the backup light would work. One of the brake lights is LED, the other one is incandescent, and I get a message up here on this jacked up dash showing that I have a brake light out, and as you can see here, I have a fast flash, check directional indicators, and I know they're working. Blinking normal back here, is blinking fast inside. And up in the front, it's probably blinking really fast. Nope, it's blinking normal up here too. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave them and deal with the light. Anyhow, one other thing. If you run into this issue, which if you have this Porsche 4.5 or the 3.2, whatever it is, the V6, you're going to have this issue, because they have very brittle plastic. These are only vacuum lines, and they're not sucking 60 psi, so this is what they end up doing. Well, that was a little stiffer than what I wanted. You gotta unplug them, you gotta move them, they break. Somebody had already taped this one up. Ran like hammered crap. So this hose is 3/4 inch heater core hose. Take a knife, cut these accordion style pieces off, pry it, open it up, take the fitting out. Same here, same down there. This one I did the same, but I do have one of these coming because I don't like that. You can buy this one off of Amazon for like $14. This one right here you can get off of Parts Geek for like $179. I spent $14 on the hose and 10 minutes worth of time putting it on. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. If you need any insight on anything, feel free to ask. I'm doing my fair share of modifications and work to this thing. May not necessarily need it, but I like having my vehicles a specific way. That guy over there is going to be getting a couple videos done on him too. Yeah, if I helped you out any, give me a like and follow. If I didn't, I still appreciate the criticism and messages or in the chat below. Thanks for watching.